You made it just in time. Hey, come here. Frequency, baby. From a person or persons who experiences life with a fragmented brain, but also produces and curates music and sound. We have our very first album coming out in February. Over the years, I've been working on something called functional multiplicity with my psychologist. Due to the fragmentation of my brain, once upon a time, my brain was not able to communicate with other parts and pockets of my brain. Or in other words, as my brain is altering through different states of consciousness and awareness, once upon a time, it was not altering really correctly, and parts of my brain were not able to communicate with other parts of my brain. As we have been working on that with our psychologist, upon myself while working with my psychologist on my own time to dive in a little bit deeper, been able to integrate into our everyday life. First things first is the 12 laws of the universe. If you have not looked into the 12 laws of the universe, I highly suggest it. But how does that play a role in our everyday life? My brain is altering through different forms of consciousness and awareness through my fully formed parts, through my parts. Each and every one of my parts is literally riding at a different vibrational frequency. And through those vibrational frequencies, I've been able to heal the dark and the light. All of me, and I thought as this process is like, okay, if I'm going to be moving through this, I need to be able to take something out of it so that I can be fully aware and present in my everyday life, which is what we have been doing. I have learned the depths of just frequency. Yes, we all hold divine, like masculine and feminine energy, divine masculine, divine feminine. The divine feminine is your higher energy center, the divine masculine, lower energy center. And together, when you connect to both of them, you can be at a more state of flow and balance. Your basic do, re, mi on the piano and scale literally is in alignment with those energy centers going up. So just know that when you are listening to music, I have learned that specifically certain forms of music will literally trigger those parts of me into awareness and consciousness. So it's like, if that is coming into awareness and consciousness, why would I not bring the studies that I've learned and healed through as a different form of healing for everybody to be able to connect to themselves? You know what I mean? And that's just through frequency and sound. It's extremely powerful. So during this creative flow and process, this has allowed each and every one of my different fully formed altered states of consciousness and awareness to be able to curate sound and healing while I'm in that altered state, while that state of being is here, or while my brain is shifting and moving between those states. But because I have such more of a grasp and control over it over the years from healing, it has really helped to be able to do this. I would not have been able to do this years ago. Also, people be like so against looking into the divine feminine. That's literally just your intuition, by the way. And the divine masculine is like the workflow. So it just literally, when you're centered, it's you got both. After every session, I've made it a thing to integrate really important forms of knowledge and information. Also, as a producer who's experiencing life like this, I don't know really any other producers or DJs that experience life like this, except for a rapper, Melly, who has openly talked about his experience with this too, and like had interviews and stuff. So, and he's also black, which is dope as fuck. Like, hey yo, experiencing life like this can feel very isolating, because whilst most music producers and DJs, they can have one steady workflow, because of my altered states, it's constantly moving and shifting. So each and every one, as it's shifting for me, it's holding on to different forms of like music, sound, and techniques that are completely different genres that I'm allowing these parts of me to be able to integrate and bring out to the forefront.